Hey YouTubers, been a little while since I've done a video and I thought I'd catch you up on what's been going on. Springtime still, so you know, busy with a lot of work going on and stuff, but I have made some time for the hobby and got a couple of projects that I'm still kind of in the process of, but you can get an idea what they are. And the first one is, this is the 20 lug, by the way. It's come a little ways. If you'll notice on the top of there is no longer all that quagmire of lighting, and that is because it now has the two 20-watt floods, LED floods. It's my little lighting rig, which is just electrical conduit, half-inch electrical conduit, little half-inch corner up there, comes across to another corner and down. Hadn't quite figured out the anchoring points yet. Right now I just got it sitting in some bricks. I'm going to work out something, probably a couple blocks of wood that'll run the length or the depth of this cabinet, and have a hole in the middle deep enough to anchor that post. I don't know, if anybody has any better ideas, let me know, but that's the only thing that I hadn't finalized yet. The lights, I am going to replace that wire. That's just aluminum wiring right up there that's strung down from the top. I'm going to get some chain so that I can adjust the height easily, and just a little piece of channel bar that the lights themselves are attached to. And like I say, this is still kind of in a process. I just threw this together last night with what I had, and I'm still kind of working out the bugs, but it's working great on the tank. The two lights I ordered off of the eBay, and they were 15 bucks a piece, free shipping. So it's $30 for two 20-watt LED floods, 50,000 hour rating on them. And guys, if you're ordering LEDs, pay attention to that hour rating and stuff. You want 50,000 or better. When they got like 15 or 20,000 and stuff, those are cheap LEDs. They ain't gonna last long. Now, some of the more high-powered ones might not last as long, but standard LEDs should last you upwards of 50 to 100,000 hours. That's a fact. Anyways, that's one of the projects that I got working. Over here, there's the light that used to be on the 20-gallon. Hospital tank is in use right now. Had a little outbreak of ick. Seems like only the cardinals. All the other fish in the 55 were fine, but the cardinals picked it up. And luckily enough, I got it when it was just light, so I scooped them all out, and I got them in here with some raised temperatures. It's around 82 degrees, and it's got the salt treatment, and I also picked up some of this. Hold on. It's Tetra Lifeguard, kind of a multi-purpose. I figure if the salt and the heat didn't get them, this stuff would, you know, help take care of them, and if there was any secondary infections or anything like that, it would also help with that. So, I don't know, I've never used this stuff before, but that's all I could find in the local Petco. So, and was in a hurry, and that was the only place that was around. So, anyway, we'll see what happens with that. They seem to be doing good. It's supposed to be a 5-day treatment. One of those little pills, if you see the little white pill sitting on the filter, I just put it in there. They dissolve, and it says add one of those per 5 gallons a day. So by Saturday they should be done with the treatment, and I'll see what they look like, and if they're looking good enough, they'll probably get transferred back up into my pride and joy, the 55. The new project or new addition to the 55 is the Canopy. And finally got around to doing the Canopy. Now, let me get up here and I'll show you a little bit about the Canopy. If you want to undertake a project like this, they're not that hard to put together, but I will forewarn you, and I found out the hard way, and I should have known better because I've worked with wood before. This is southern pine. It is a 1x12, so it's 1 inch thick this way and 12 inches this way. Got a, I think it was a 20-foot board or whatever. Just got one board, and Lowe's will cut it down for you. So if you have your measurements, you can have them actually do the cutting for you. And so I had it cut down. The only problem with southern pine is, especially if you're not really careful, is it tends to be a little bit on the warp side, as you can see right there. Now, I hadn't figured out exactly what I'm going to do there yet, but I might just buy another front for it, some better wood or something, but I don't know, I haven't decided yet. But at any rate, out of that one big 20-foot board, I cut the front, had them cut the front, the top, which is this whole board. I ripped it down the middle and put a piano hinge on, which you'll see how that works in a minute. So this was one board. I had them cut this one, front one, and the two sides, which you can see there. And then, as to the interior of this guy, now you see how the hinge works. And this just flips all the way up over the top, giving me a lot of access here. Now this is 1x2, very, very cheap. I think it was $1 something for a 10-foot board or whatever. So I used a little piece here, strip here that goes down the side, strip across the back, notched out for the filter, another strip here, and I ripped a strip in half to 1x1 and put it across the front. And of course, same thing on the top. Strip here, strip across the back. If you look, you can see it down back in here, and then about halfway down, strip, which also coincides with, if you want to put longer screws through the hinge here, you can go through the board and into this. The shelf, I'd like to figure out a way to make that adjustable. Right now you can see, if you look back here, you can see the lights are, I think they're about 4.5 inches, or I don't know, I have to measure. But there's my hand, my fingertip is just hitting the water. So, and it comes up to about right there on my hand. Maybe 5-6 inches off the water surface. I'd like to be able to lower them and raise them and stuff, but actually that seems to be working pretty good. I've had them running like that for about 3 days now, and the plants seem to be liking where they're at. So I'm gonna stick with that for a little while, and I can always make changes in the future. So, like I say, the parts to this thing are pretty simple. It's one 20-foot. What is a 20-foot? Let's see, 4, 8, no, 12-foot. So 1x12 by 12 feet is this stuff, and the 2x1, and I think I got 3 of these, and they were by 10 feet. So that was the materials. The piano hinge, of course. And you see the front. This is the front right here, and this is the top. And I just took a couple of blocks and glued them here and here, and screwed it this way and screwed it that way to hold the front on. Put a little bit of padding in on there and over here on the other side, so that when you bring it down, it doesn't come crashing down. Now, as far as the front goes, kind of bland looking, and what I'm thinking about doing is cutting out some rectangles about yay big, you know, one here and one over here, and then putting a little piece of board on the back, you know, some very thin plywood or whatever. And of course this will all be stained eventually too. It'll be the same color as the bottom. But I figure that'll take some weight out of this, because the sucker is pretty heavy. I mean, not so much that I'm worried, you know, that I can't lift it. It's easy enough for me to lift. It's just I have this envisionment in my mind of losing my grip on this thing and having it smack down and the whole front of the tank and everything else crashing, and 55 gallons of water and everything all over the floor with a bunch of dead fish. So don't want to see that happen. But anyways, I'll give a overall view. That's what it looks like. And the lights on the 20 gallon just turned off. There's a full view of it. That's my chair. It's where I sit at night and get my bliss. I can swivel around and look at the 20, or I can look at the hospital tank or this tank, or swivel around here and watch TV. So, at any rate, I think that'll about finish up what I wanted to show y'all. That's where I'm at this point. The 200 subscriber contest is still running. I think I just need like 3 more to subscribe to me, and then we'll pick a winner. So if you know anybody who hadn't subscribed, get them out there and get them subscribed, so I can get your numbers and put them in a bucket and do the random drawing and see who gets the plants. Good luck to everybody on that one, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.